Another sellout crowd on Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas for Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. And the home team Astros with a 2-1 in this best-of-7 series, including an 8-inning shutout. Beating Woody Williams in Game 5 is right-hander Brandon Backe.
There you see the numbers on Backe for the regular season. This is a guy who has not pitched all that much in the major leagues. Bob, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get that backdoor sinker to right-handed hitters by going to that side of the mound.
And a leadoff walk to David Eckstein. 2-2 the count on Edmonds. Backe a look over at Eckstein, and the pitch is softly hit. Short hop to Biggio. There's one. That's the double play. And the struggles for Jim Edmonds continue.
You better bounce the next couple pitches up there.
That's where you want to pitch him, and that's where they got him on strikes. A leadoff walk, a double play, and a strikeout. The Astros come to bat in the first when we return. And his first start all year against the Astros. And a rocket right at John Mabry off the bat of Biggio. Mabry filling in for the injured Abraham Nunez at third today and tested right from the get-go.
See the numbers for Jeff Suppan during the regular season, the 16-10 mark. Over his last 10 starts, he was without a doubt the hottest Cardinal pitcher.
Suppan has never really pitched out of the bullpen, so he became the starter.
Driven into left center field, and Edmonds is there to get it. Two hard hit balls against Suppan, but there's no one on, and there are 2 men out.
Of sunflower seeds are never eaten by players. They're flipped, they're thrown.
Ground ball right side, skips to Grzelcyk. And a 1-2-3 first inning for Jeff Suppan. We go to the second. Still no score. Hit a sac fly to center field, drove the ball very well to bring in Pujols in the 6th inning. On the ground, Biggio to his right, gobbles it up, throws him out. And then Larry's last at bat, he hit that bullet up the middle that Everett made the diving play to throw him out.
He was going to play, he'd have to come off of that medication, and when he did, his body told him there's no way you play in yesterday's game.
Strike 3 called. A 93-mile-per-hour fastball from Backe on the outside corner.
100 different times, and I just don't think Jason Lane had anywhere else to go. I thought it was a clean, hard play.
Struck him out. Base hit left field. Two and two to Lamb. Pulled the string on him, looked like a changeup from Suppan. 1 on, 1 out for Jason Lane. Only 1 hit and 11 at bats so far for Lane. This will be his second hit. A little bleeder off the hands with a fall in front of Reggie Sanders. Well, here come the Astros with 2 on and 1 out in the second inning of a scoreless game. He grounded into 17 double plays during the season. Struck him out on a breaking ball.
Well, this is a perfect example of how Suppan works. Watch all the different pitch locations.
Ground ball to short, should end the inning. And it will. 2 hits, 2 left. End of 2. No score. Backe allowed 1 hit in 8 innings. Slow roller to short. Time for Everett. 1 away. We asked Brandon Backe yesterday how important having postseason experience is before getting the ball here today.
As far as picking up the ball, he swung at a slider that was a foot outside, and he let that fastball right down the middle go by.
Got another fastball right down the middle and a 2-hopper to Everett, 2 away. That performance turned in by Backe in Game 5 of the LCS last year was one of the best pitching performances. We talked about Jeff Kent, the walk-off 3-run home run in the 9th inning. Suppan, a fly ball into left center field. And here comes Brandon Backe again. 3 innings. of no-hit shutout baseball. Three and two to Brandon Backe. Came with a fastball and grounded to the shortstop Eckstein. And Backe hustling up the line, thrown out by a step, one away.
That kid has been having the time of his life. Has no idea why there's a big star on his face.
Two away.
Ricky Leday for the Yankees and Shane Spencer, who did it. Frankie Rodriguez, K-Rod with the Angels a couple of years ago. Out of nowhere to become a star. There's a lot of times you get a nickname on your team that you just can't say in public.
3-2. Ball four outside. Consecutive two-out walks by Suppan. Brings Morgan Ensberg to the plate. Berkman at first, 2 out, 1-2. On the ground. Gobbled up by Mabry. And the inning is over. Lewis. And talked about what a pest Eckstein can be. Our Fox sounds of the game. Well, he said he doesn't think he's ever gotten him out, and that would still hold true. Eckstein taking off on the pitch, served into left field by Eckstein, and he's on his way to third as Edmonds drives one up against the wall, and then Berkman having a hard time getting rid of it. And Jim Edmonds, after bouncing into a double play his first time up, doubles to left.
Just to change his eye level and then go back away with that slider.
Breaking ball served into short right field, making the catch and tagging and coming in to score is Eckstein. So a sac fly run batted in by Pujols makes it 1-0 St. Louis. Boy, what a piece of hitting that was.
Brandon Backe, I think, because he is doing exactly what he talked to me about, nipping the corners, being able to throw that fastball away to either side of the plate.
He misses ball four. Good at bat there by Walker.
The runners.
3-2, they're not going, and he struck him out. That's why. And Sanders, a few parting words for Cuzzy.
I'll tell you what, if you're a hitter.
High fly ball into right center field. Burke still drifting, and he's got it to end the inning. So Backe whistles off the hook, but the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Breaking ball early in the count for strikes. That's when he's had his best success.
Pitch down and in, swung on and missed by Lamb. Third strikeout today by Suppan. Spent a number of years in Kansas City, but has really gotten his career turned around since coming to St. Louis under Dave Duncan. In the air, left field. Is this enough? Yes. Muscled into the seats in left field off the bat of Lane, who hit 26 home runs during the regular season.
Baseball, you know, he was the gunslinger out there on the mound.
3-2 again. And a check swing and a miss, strike three. One on Adam Everett. Broken bat roller again Eckstein's way. That will end the inning. Lane ties it with a long one to the seats and left. We're back to Houston after a break from your local Fox station. Out of Edmonds, a double. Pujols knocked in Eckstein with a sac fly, and then Lane ties it with a home run to left. Molina, one pitch, throw off line by Everett, and the tag is made. The second go round for Mike Lamb. And collided with Roland, ending his season. Sham shot, one hopper at Biggio. Two away. We caught up with Jim Hickey a moment ago and asked him when Brandon Backe is on the mound.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, thank you.
0-2 to Suppan. Got him swinging, and Backe with a 1-2-3 fifth. Still tied at 1. Game 4 of the NLCS. Strike three called on the inside corner, and Backe didn't like it. Tony La Russa joined us in between innings, and we asked him about Suppan's performance, knowing his history of bad luck.
Question of whether or not he's a Hall of Famer.
No
Surefire.
debate. And there's ball 4. Two and one to Chris Burke. Lined into left field, and Sanders is there to get it. Biggio hustling back to the bag. Here comes a throw, and they are called safe at first. Boy, what a throw that was by Sanders. But he won't come up. Popped up. Mabry, the call, and the catch. 1-1 at the end of 5. Top of the order coming up next time, to be followed by Edmonds and Albert. Check swing, and a home plate umpire, Phil Cuzzy, said he went around. Eckstein rarely argues. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and yet another Cardinal disagrees. You could read Edmonds' lips. He said, "That's terrible."
Go after John Mabry.
There's a bullet into left field on a 2-0 pitch, and another base hit by Pujols. In 23 1/3 innings, they've allowed just 2 runs, and Gallo has done his job. Inning over. Ensberg, Lamb, and Lane will bat. Great work today by Backe. A 1-1 game after 5 1/2. He'll handle the ball to Jason Marquis, who was in his rotation during the regular year. He's pitched in 1 game of this LCS. That was game 2.
Think they'd have more success against a guy like Marquis.
Well, Ensberg has had good success against him. Lined into left field, a base hit. That's now 9 out of 22 with 2 home runs for Ensberg in his career against Marquis. Is nearly 6 1/2. Fly ball left center field off the bat of Lamb. And going back to tag is Ensberg, and he bluffs going to second base. That throw way offline by Edmonds. 3-1 on the way. He walked him. Well, generally, when you get into the playoffs, fellas, and both teams, WebMD.com. 0-2 on Ausmus. Strike 3 call. Well, you got to wonder what in the world Ausmus was looking for in that at bat.
Well, you're right, Tom.
First pitch fastball right down the middle, and strike 3 as well. And another ground ball to short off the bat of Everett, and that'll end the inning. 7 stranded today by Houston. We go to the 7th. Sanders to lead it off. Back after a break from your local Fox station. Cody Qualls 2 perfect innings here yesterday. Struck out 3 of the 6 batters he faced.
Usually you think you're throwing it too hard to make it sink.
Challenged with another fastball, and Sanders tardy pops it up to the right side for Biggio. 1 away. Two-hopper at Biggio, and quickly Qualls has retired 2 in a row. But this year, the 2 highest scoring teams in the American League are watching the LCS, as are the 2 highest scoring teams in the National League. 1, 2, 3 for Qualls. We go to the bottom of the 7th, a 1-1 game.
Don't forget, Phil Garner has Willie Taveras available off the bench to pinch run should he choose to do so, and Palmeiro reaches, and indeed he does.
And I'm sure we'll see Taveras.
Sold that Craig Biggio is going to bunt in this at bat. He's only a step in front of the bag down there at third.
And he pushes it to the right side. Marquis whiffs on the ball. In the air, left field. This will not advance a runner. Caught by Sanders. So one of the best bunters on the team not asked to bunt without an RBI in the LCS is Berkman. How about that? So it ends up working out after all for the Astros, and Tony La Russa is livid with home plate umpire Phil Cuzzi.
Well, Tony doesn't have a great angle on this pitch. That ball's definitely inside, but Tony can't see that from where he is, and now he's coming out.
I'm pretty sure Tony's already been ejected from this ball game. He's going to go out there now and really let Phil Cuzzi have it.
And really, it's not as much that pitch as it is this whole inning. La Russa's not been happy with a number of the balls and strikes called. 8 hits and 21 at-bats, including 2 home runs. He singled off Marquis to begin that inning. In the air, right center field. Edmonds in medium depth right center makes a catch. Here's a throw to the plate. Taveras will score. And a sac fly from Ensberg, his first RBI of the series, has given Houston a 1-run lead.
You can see Lance Berkman, the trail runner, watching Biggio ahead of him, and Biggio did not tag in advance.
Lamb pops it up, and that'll end the inning. But 2 walks, a sacrifice, and a sac fly. Now time for a sprint game break. 71 games. 73 in the third innings, only allowed 53 hits and a 2.21 ERA. Base hit into right field by Grzelcyk. Only his second hit in 15 at-bats here in the LCS. And now it gets away from the second baseman, and Grzelcyk had thoughts of.
But watch out for pulling that bat back and taking a swing at it. Tony La Russa works on this with his pitchers in spring training.
Popped up and caught by the catcher Ausmus. So Marquis, after walking 2 batters, committing an error, allowing a run to score in the 7th. 0-2 on Eckstein. And it's in the air, left center field. And Burke waves off Taveras. They're 2 away in the inning. (3-1) on Jim Edmonds. And that is called a strike, and Edmonds cannot believe it.
I don't know about that one. That was Edmonds' body that spun around, not his bat. His bat never left his shoulder, did it?
And now Edmonds, I believe, has been thrown out of the game. Unbelievable.
Third base coach Jose Oquendo, bench coach Joe Patini out quickly to keep Edmonds away from Phil Cuzzi here.
You know, every player knows what he can and cannot say to get thrown out of a game, but do you get kicked out of a postseason ball game?
That's what I'm talking about when I said unbelievable.
In a 1-run game late.
Again, a 3-2. In the air, straight away center field. This ball hit a ton. Taveras racing up the berm and runs it down.
To make sure that there's not a hit that can score a guy from first.
Good pickup by Eckstein on a third off the bat of the lane, 1 away.
And once again, the defensive changes that Phil Garner made, and it's all part of his standard operating procedure.
Mortal after all. Another ground ball to short. And there are 2 away here in the Houston 8th inning. You take a peek ahead of the St. Louis 9th, and they have the guys they want coming up. Base hit left field by Everett. He's aboard with 2 out of the Houston 8th inning. Time now for the Dell defining moment of the game.
Almost exclusively down that third base line.
And he finds a hole in the left field, a base hit. Everett on to second base. Everett at second, Taveras at first. 2 out, 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Eckstein out to get it. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Pujols, Walker, and Sanders. Brad Lidge comes on from the Houston bullpen. Lidge allowed a run yesterday, snapping a streak of over 30 consecutive scoreless innings with Lidge on the mound against the Cubs. Driven into right center field. Taveras has it bounce off his body, but there to pick him up and right is Lane, and they hold Pujols to a single.
That's a huge carom right there. That ball could have skipped by.
Well, I think you almost have to.
3-2 pitch. He's not going, and it's a base hit into right field. Pujols making a turn on his way to third, and what an at-bat by Larry Walker. The tying run is now 90 feet away with nobody out.
Oh, you talk about a concentration.
And trying to deliver in the ninth inning. Behind 0-2 to Lidge. And a tapper down to third. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. And he's out at the plate. What a play by Esper. And 2 on John Mabry. Lidge the pause. And the pitch. Ground ball right side. They're not going to be able to turn 2, or are they? Throw is in time. What an unbelievable turn by Brundtland and Everett. And they cut down Mabry to win the game. And the Astros lead this National League Championship Series 3-1.
Eric Brundtland's an outstanding middle infielder. Look how quickly he turned that ball to Everett, and then Everett with the relay on for the double play. Brundtland's a shortstop, but has filled in all year long for Biggio at second.
The 3 defensive changes that Phil Garner made late in this game